So this is what I've always been trying to do, is to cause people to wake up and start questioning who, and you know what, I've thought about this too. If somebody came to you and said, look, there's a family down here at the end of the block, and the old man of the family does not want you talking about this and that. He said that you cannot mow your lawn on these particular days because he's sleeping, he doesn't want to hear it. And you cannot do this, and he does not want your son riding his bike in front of his house. So these are the things he's outlined for you, and you need to read these things and be in compliance. What would you say? I mean, who the hell are you to tell me what I can do and what I can think? And so, well, why? Well, because he has no right to tell me what I can do. I'm a free man. I can park my car anywhere I want. No, he said you cannot do this, and he cannot do that, and you can't do this. So you better read that. Well, that's what government does. They tell you what you cannot do. Oh, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you get a fine if you do this and that. And I'm thinking, who the hell are you to tell me what I can't do? I thought this was a free country. I thought the people ruled. No, you better go back and look at this whole thing. Nothing is what you think it is. America is not a free country. You're not, like Dick Gregory said, this is not the land of the free and home of the brave. You're not free or brave, so just get over it and move on. You're not free. You need to be in compliance. And if you're not in compliance, you're going to prison. You're going to jail. And that's why they have on television tonight all the History Channel and Discovery Channel, their favorite subject on History Channel is all the prisons, the gangs in the prisons and prison gangs. They must have 5 different shows on every night on Discovery and History Channel showing the gangs and and all the different killers in the prisons and all that. Why? Why is that? Why do Americans have to discover that on Discovery? Gangs in the prisons. It's because they want people to know, if you get out of line, we're going to send your ass into prison. You want to go there? Did you see last night what it's like in prison? Yeah. Well, the next time you open your mouth and know too much and talking too much, we're going to come arrest you and you go into prison. Now, do you want to go there or don't you? Well, no, I don't want to go to prison. Then you need to keep your damn mouth shut. So that's why they keep showing all these prison movies, is because they want to scare the P-wads out of the American people to keep your mouth shut, because we can come over, arrest you, and throw you into prison any damn time we please, period. You want to go to jail? Open your mouth. So this is what America's all about today, and unfortunately people don't know, and they don't care, and they don't understand, and it's an extraordinary story of betrayal. You know, you and I were talking about the fact that, this whole thing, there's so many subjects that just blow my mind hearing people talk about, like the same-sex marriage, gay marriage, that should only be for a man and a woman. It's ludicrous on the face of that to say that marriage should only be for a man marrying a woman. Ludicrous on the face of it. Lawfully, any lawyer will tell you a marriage is simply a contractual commercial endeavor. This is why you have to have a license. You got to have a license to get married. Why? Because it's a business license. Marriage is a business. This is why when I see you with that girl I saw you with last night, and I say to you, that girl you were with last night, she's bad company. Company? And you say, mind your own business. Business? Company? Then I find out you're going to get married. She's going to be your partner. Partner? Business? Company? We're talking commercial endeavor here. We're talking a business.
Mutually holding the assets in law.
Exactly.
You're one legal entity.
Right, and people don't realize that their physical body, is a security on the New York Stock Exchange. Your body is considered in law to be a corporation. That's why when you die, you're a corpse, because you are a corporation. And if you are a corporation and she's a corporation, then you've got 2 corporations coming together for business. This is why you got to have a license, a business license. Why? Because if the business don't work out, which incidentally, who I marry is none of your business, right? But and so if the business does not work out, you're not going to go to God. You're going to court and bring your house and your car and your money and everything else, because we're just talking business here. It has nothing to do with personal. You go talk to God all you want, but bring your money here, bring your car. So marriage is simply a commercial business. That's why you have to have a license to get married.
It's a civil contract.
It's a civil contract. So therefore, it doesn't matter if it's a guy marrying a guy or a girl marrying a girl. What does it matter? It's a civil contract between two corporations. It has got nothing to do with any spiritual or moral discussions at all. That's for the individuals.
Well, they can file a joint tax return.
That's right. A joint tax
One legal
return.
entity now.
Yeah.
Corporate merger.
Yeah. Well, that's what it says in the Bible. God made a man, and he made man and woman, and the two were one. Yeah, well, you got one tax return for both. It's really very interesting the way the government really works. And when you go to a bank and they're going to borrow money from the bank, as I said, banks don't loan money. So what are they doing? Well, when you go into a bank to borrow money, that's a whole story we could get into later. You don't borrow money. You're getting credit from the bank, and the bank will open up a bank account in your name. If you got good credit and you want to buy the car, you got the down payment, then they figure, okay, then we'll make some money off this guy, so therefore they'll give you the car, okay? But when they give you the car, they didn't pay for the car. The bank didn't give the car dealership money for the car. What they did is they took the paperwork on that car is called commercial paper, and that commercial paper for your $30,000 car, the paperwork on that car is worth $30,000. It's a $30,000 piece of paper. It represents $30,000 in business. They take that $30,000 commercial paper that you sign, and they put that into a bank account. And now you have $30,000 in a bank account. And they sign your name on the bank account.
Yeah, they created it there.
That's right. They created it in the bank. And now they put that $30,000 paperwork on the car into the account so that you now have $30,000 in the bank. Then they take from that, they write a check on your new bank account that you had $30,000. They write the $30,000 check. And now you give that to the dealership. Well, the dealer's happy. He got paid. You're happy. You got the car. And they're happy, too. But they're holding the pink slip. They're holding the ownership. And the reason
the manufacturer's certificate of origin.
Right.
Somebody is somewhere in that chain. Somebody has that manufacturer's certificate of origin. And usually the person buying the car doesn't even know that exists.
Yeah.
It gets real interesting. Try transferring a car from state to state if you relocate. You start to understand, and it doesn't look like I own this.
Yeah. Well, the fact is, you don't own it. Period. You don't own your new car. You don't own your new home. You don't own anything, period. You have an equitable interest, but you don't own it. So just take that and sit on it. Just remember, no matter who you are, you think you own your home, you think you own your car, you think you own your children, you don't own nothing, period.
There might be an interesting principle behind that, though, Jordan. Because when you think about nature, does nature let anybody own anything? Nature only lends. And I think Shakespeare had a line about that. Nature does not let anyone own anything. Nature only lends. You're giving it back one day. That might be some of the thinking behind some of this. It's just sheer surmise and guesswork on my part.
Yeah, but that's true, though.
But nature only lends.
Yeah. All the animals in nature, they don't own anything. They just use it because it's there.
Do you really own your life? You got to give it back one day.
That's right. So it's just fascinating how much we don't know. And so when I hear about the gay marriages, I think, if you just get away from all this morality stuff and church stuff and get down to the actual fact that marriage is simply a commercial endeavor. That's all. It's just a commercial. That's why you have to have a marriage license.